Hi there, Saksham this side from AceIPM. Today we are going to answer a question which is very commonly asked, and I thought why not make a video about it. And the question is, do past academics matter when applying for the integrated program in management at IIM Indore, IIM Rohtak and other IIMs which are planning to offer this program? The short answer to this question cannot be given. I cannot give you a definitive yes or no. This question has a lot of aspects to it, and that is exactly what we are going to cover in this video. Just a side note, we also have this article published on our blog, and you can go check it out on aceipm.com/blog. Over there, you can find this article and other in-depth articles which we have written. So you should definitely have a look. And now on to the video. So, what is it that we are going to cover today? So first of all, we'll cover if it matters in IIM Rohtak, then in IIM Indore, then what is the role of past academics in the interview process once you clear the initial shortlist, and what can be considered a good percentage, and then we'll conclude the video. So the first topic, do past academics matter in IPM Rohtak? A short answer, yes, they do. 10% weightage is given in the final selection for your past academics. Now, this was the case for 2019. However, because of COVID, a lot of things changed, and so did the admission process at IIM Rohtak and even IIM Indore. So they had to also shuffle between a lot of things and change the weightage of certain things. One of them was past academics. So they gave more weightage to past academics this time. However, I feel like once the situations are normalized and once we enter 2021, things will get back to what they were before, and they will follow the 10% weightage for your past academics going 2021 and forward. So that was the case for IIM Rohtak. What about IIM Indore and maybe other colleges which are also planning to offer IPM program? Mainly IIM Bodh Gaya and IIM Ranchi. No weightage is given specifically or explicitly to past academics in your final conversion. So IIM Rohtak, IIM Indore does not give any weightage to your past academics in the final selection process. And that is what they mention on their website. And if we were to talk about other IIMs, IIM Ranchi has not disclosed anything about its IPM yet. So we cannot comment on that as of now. But from the limited information that we have about IIM Bodh Gaya, they would not also give any weightage to the past academics, because according to their page, it said 70% of the weightage was given to the IPM 80 of IIM Indore and 30% was for the interview process. So going back that, they would also not give any weightage whatsoever to your past academics. However, the question is not just so straightforward. It isn't just about having a separate weightage for past academics, but that comes into play at a lot of places, and one of them is your interview process. So the pivot or personal interview and written ability process, here we are mainly focusing on the interview process. So a short answer to this question, yes, it matters when it comes to your interview process. Why? Because when you're sitting in an interview, the interviewer uses a lot of components to judge your competency to be able to join that program. One of them happens to be your past academics. Why? Because according to them, your past academics will also be indicative of your future performance. Of course, there can be some exceptions, but by and large, that is how it happens. If you have been academically disciplined in your 10th, in your 12th, then you are also expected to be the same going forward in your UG as well as PG. And that is why they do put some emphasis on that. So if you have scored not very good in your 10th or 12th, you will definitely be asked a question why during the interview. And if you're not able to convince them properly, then that might be a problem for you. However, if you have a valid reason, it can be you were involved into something else. And even if you were preparing for JEE and you got a good rank over there, that can also serve as a reason as to why you could not focus on boards and why you had a slightly lower percentage. So that is why, even though it does not have a specific weightage given in the admission process in IIM Indore or Bodh Gaya, it can matter when you are giving the interview, and I've covered this in depth in the article, so you should go and check it out. However, it's not all that matters. There are a lot of other components which you are being judged on during the interview. One of them is, even if you have scored well, How well do you retain that information? Especially with IIM Indore, the interview tends to be very academic focused. So you get asked a lot of these academic questions from your 10th or 11th or 12th, mainly from your 11th and 12th. So those questions get asked a lot, and you need to be aware of that and prepare well in advance. Then you have some questions coming in from your hobbies, then also some question about general affairs and things like that. So that also can compensate for having a lesser percentage in your 10th or 12th if you are provided that you are performing well in the other aspects. Now, as I said, exceptions are always there. So this year we had one case wherein the student converted the final call of IIM Indore but only secured 58% marks in his 12th board, and he failed to meet the minimum eligibility criteria, which was of 60%, and that is why he was not offered the final admission despite converting the final call. So if that person with 58% score can do extremely well in his IPM aptitude test and also in the VBA process and get in, then there isn't really a reason why you should feel demotivated about it. Yes, if you have scored less, then you definitely have to put in more efforts, but that does not mean that you cannot just get into that college. Now, what can be considered a good percentage? Well, roughly you can say 80% and above can be considered decent. That is for IIM Indore. If you're considering IIM Rohtak, they tend to put a little more emphasis on percentage. So for that, it would be slightly higher. But again, I'm just giving you a ballpark figure. This is just going by my past experience. So you should definitely take it with a pinch of salt. Now, the conclusion, what can you actually do about it as of now? So if you are yet to give your boards, if you have had not very good marks in 10th, make sure you do your best in 12th and you score well. You still have time, you still have a lot of time to improve on. Second is to compensate. If you're a dropout, you've already given your boards, you already have got your marks and you cannot do anything about it, what you still can do is compensate for your mediocre academics by your outstanding performance in IPMAT and your outstanding performance in your personal interview. So maybe this is one hurdle that you have, that is having the mediocre academics, but you can very well clear that by your exceptional performance. Make sure that most of the questions should be answered by you. You should also score well in the IPM 80 and not just meet the cutoffs. So that is how you can compensate for those mediocre cats and still get in. And as I've already showed you one example, so if that person can convert the final call, so can you. So there's nothing to worry about. It's just that it would not be a disadvantage, but rather a challenge. And you can definitely overcome that by making sure you are doing best in every possible manner and compensating for it. So that's all from my side, and thank you for listening to me patiently. And just so you know, we also run a crash course wherein you can join us up right now, and we help people crack IPM 80 in their very first attempt and also guide them through with the interview process as well. So you can definitely check it out on our website. We also offer free counseling session. I had a wonderful session yesterday with a student who was confused about what career option should they go for and what are the options, possible options to finance their studies, because that is a major concern for a lot of students. So we had a wonderful talk about it, and I'd encourage you to sign up for it too, and we do not charge you anything for that. So that was it for this video. If you have any questions which I haven't covered in the video, you can definitely leave it down in the comment section. If you found the video helpful, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it to your friends who might also get benefited by this. That is it from my side. Thank you and have a good day.